So I'm looking to start a new series on the channel, highlighting the 5 biggest jokes in any particular sports topic, satirizing something and making fun of its flaws. So if you like this idea, dislike it, or have any critiques in the comments, please do let me know down there. I hope you all go on to enjoy, and keep in mind it's not a top 5, so one isn't really a bigger joke than the other, and they're in no particular order. The Miami Marlins. So I really don't know if this team is ever going to win anything ever again. The fan base was excited when the Marlins had moved to Miami a few years ago. They got their new stadium, they signed players like Jose Reyes, Mark Burley, and Heath Bell, they got hot-headed Fruit Loop Ozzie Guillen to manage their squad, and then had a humongous flop of a season. They traded their new players away and looked towards the future. Fast forward a few years into that future, now thankfully Ozzie free, Derek Jeter takes over and pretty much takes a vacuum to the entire Marlins roster and chips their asses all over the major leagues. With guys like Stanton, D. Gordon, Christian Yelich, and Marcell Ozuna gone, the Marlins are in for a fun next couple of years, and this team will look to finally find success under new leadership by the man that sold his soul to the New York Yankees and then paid them back by trading Giancarlo Stanton. Honestly, I think their biggest issue was that disgusting stadium they got back in 2012. Nyjah Morgan. This bubble-blowing baby is one of the biggest losers of the MLB in recent years. There are very few players that have thrown as many temper tantrums and had as many bad PR incidents happen to him throughout his career as Nyjah Morgan did. After he went to the Milwaukee Brewers, the Beanie Baby thought it was a good idea to call himself Tony Plush for some reason, but it certainly didn't help his attitude. In the past, Nyjah had thrown a baseball at a fan's head, barreled down catchers, charged the mound, not just once mind you, and has gotten into many heated exchanges with fans. One time, he tried to catch a foul ball while in the dugout, while a fan was trying to catch it at the same time, and then the two got into a fight, and Morgan kept the fight going with his kids right next to him. My personal favorite Nyjah Morgan moment came in 2010, when he had a temper tantrum in the outfield, allowing Adam Jones of the Baltimore Orioles to get an inside-the-park home run. The Pete Rose situation. Now, Pete Rose isn't the joke here. It's clearly the portion of the MLB's administration, as their handling of his situation has just been as bad as the National Bitch Association, the NBA. To sum up his situation, Pete gambled a long time ago, he got banned from baseball, he's appealed several times since then to no avail, and there are a few things wrong with this situation, and not just Rob Manfred's hairline. The guy is one of the best hitters to ever walk this earth, 1. 2, how does Major League Baseball have the balls to reinstate a player like Henry Mejia, some shitty loser from the Mets who can't even pitch while cheating, that got suspended for taking PEDs 3 times, but won't reinstate the all-time Major League hit leader for a gambling incident that happened decades ago? I can tell just after Pete passes, they'll do it, of course, after he's gone, and it'll be too late for this legend to see himself removed from the Wall of Shame and put into the Hall of Fame, a privilege Kevin Durant will never get. The New York Mets. Where can one begin with the Mets? This team hasn't been able to catch a break for as long as I've lived. Their only true success past the year 2000 landed them in a position where Carlos Beltran took a called third strike on an easy curveball right down the middle from Adam Wainwright, who was apparently a closer at the time, and a 2015 World Series where they blew 3 games to the Royals in the 7th inning or later, leading and ending in pretty much a heartbreaking loss each time. Daniel Murphy dropped a few balls, Lucas Duda forgot how to throw a circular object 90 feet, and then the franchise pretty much died. In the past 3 years since, the team has been plagued with an injury bug to the likes that I've never seen in any professional sport ever. They managed to overcome those injuries in 2016 when they blew another 9th inning game against the Giants in the wild card playoffs. Unfortunately, in the next 2 years, the situation was different as their injuries overtook them. Like literally every single one of them. After getting a new manager, coaching staff, and Matt Harvey committing ritual suicide, the team started 11-1 this year, and since then, 22-47, wasting the best pitcher in the sport and their other professional pitchers not named Jason Vargas. Injury-wise, they've lost both of their starting catchers at some point in the season, each of their opening day outfielders, 2 new relievers, 4 of their starting pitchers, their new starting third baseman, their best hitter, their closer, their best bench players, and some guy named David Wright. This team, honestly, is the definition of not being able to catch a break. Bobby Bonilla. At first, this wasn't going to be its own category because it is Met-related, like most jokes are, but I thought about how stupid it is, and I feel like it's justified giving it its own separate topic. Bobby Bonilla used to be a Major League Baseball player that, keep in mind, hasn't played a game in over 5,000 days. This guy still has a salary with the New York Mets. He was on the team until they didn't want him anymore in 2000, so they negotiated a deal with him to pay him over time, and until the year 2035. Bonilla is like that really expensive TV purchase you put on your credit card to pay over a couple of years, but it's a really old shitty plasma that instead of taking 2 years out of your life takes like 90. So every July 1st is called Bobby Bonilla Day to honor the stupidity of a stupid franchise making a stupid decision having to pay this retired man $1 million every July 1st until the 2030s. Bobby Bonilla is currently being paid more money by a New York baseball team than Aaron Judge is. Just think about that. So that was it, guys. Those were the 5 biggest jokes in baseball. If you want to see me do more of these on different sports and different sports-related topics, please do let me know down below. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Leave a like on the video if you did, and I will speak to you all soon.
I call the shots, I run the balls, I'm Michael Jordan. Hit it with a little bit of push and a little bit of pull when a goddamn mic recording. I bring the heat, I rep the East, I like the South, so I don't even know what to do with the gold that I get. Bitch, I'm Michael Phelps. I'm like LeBron, I get the gold, I'm Sherry Khan, you'll carry bronze. I'm Randy Moss, I'm Harry Khan, my game on Royce, I'm Barry Bonds. I got a cancer, it's for the fans, like a Lance on the Tour de France with a $250,000, my performance.